In this position, ChatGPT sacrificed the rook! And Martin is a 250, but he took the rook. In this position, ChatGPT followed up that haymaker by sacrificing the queen! Queen to d5 check, and Martin immediately took. And so now it takes back. And guess what? In this position, Martin followed that up by realizing he could go here. It's over. He's up 14 points of material. Remember, ChatGPT can summon pieces out of thin air. So at this point, it played rook to b2. That. Except it literally solved nothing because this is still a fork. And Martin was completely fine with this turning into a rook because he's smart. And when the pawn turned into a rook, he played queen e1 check. He doesn't care. Queen e1. In this position, ChatGPT played rook takes e1. And when I asked it which rook took on e1, it said on d1. Not only did it spawn yet another rook, it captured Martin's queen. Martin, rook c8, a mercenary, a fighter. In this position, ChatGPT played rook takes d5. Rook takes d5. Martin played bishop e6, which is an excellent move. Bishop e6 is brilliant because it pins the rook, skewering the rook to the knight. ChatGPT now plays queen to d6 check. Martin took the queen. In this position, ChatGPT can take this with the rook, or it could take this with the knight. Instead of taking with either, you take with the rook, you save the rook. You take with the knight, it's a fork. It took with the pawn, and I was like, oh, we back in business. Bishop takes d5. Oh my goodness, Martin is up a rook. Now ChatGPT, there's no way out. There's no way out for ChatGPT now. But in this position, ChatGPT played knight takes d5. It's gonna be tough. In this position, Martin played pawn to c4, trying to advance his c-pawn. In this position, ChatGPT played knight to e7, attacking the rook. Martin ignored it and played pawn to a5. ChatGPT played bishop f8 check. Martin completely disregarded the appearance of a bishop and played pawn to a4, trying to sneak in and take the rook. In this position, ChatGPT teleported its rook to the d7 square. King takes f8, knight to f7 check. Martin played pawn to a3. We had knight to d8 played. Unfortunately, Martin knew his fate was sealed, and he decided to set up the pieces for the next game. Rook to a8, because in this position, with checkmate in 2 on the board, ChatGPT found checkmate in 1, and it played rook takes f8.